Okay. First I'll cover kind of basic melee Ganon. One of the most important things to master with melee Ganon is movement. Wave landing is very important. He's not very fast. His wave dash isn't that big, so it's important to have tricky movement and you know, so you can bait your opponents into the dreaded forward air. You know, you naturally want to space your forward air well. You can get a read and get it down air. His back air is improved in this game, I believe. It's the hitbox lasts really long, and it's stronger, and it makes this extremely satisfying, like bone-crunching, face-melting sound. Yeah, his aerials, you know, like, okay, you guys know melee again, and it's been a pretty long time. Now, what they've done with PM Ganon is they've melded a lot of brawl stuff into. I think the most noteworthy thing is his side B. His side B is great in this game because it gives him more approach options, or rather, more mix-up to his approach options. Before it was just forward airs, you know, spacing aerials, you know, just intimidating them with your presence instead of, you know, actually hitting them. In this game, you can jump at them like you're doing an aerial, and you side B them. You know, this is effective if they're in a position where they have to shield. You know, if they're on a platform or, you know, they're by the edge, and you kind of just jump at them. I love just jumping at them, and they have their shield up, and you just wait for them to do something. And if they're not going to... If you see a Ganon flying at you, a lot of people don't want to attack for some reason. They just want to get the hell out of there. And, you know, if they roll or if they spot dodge or whatever they do, you can side B them, or you can, you know, side B. It's important because it gives him a grab mix-up. He didn't really have a way to deal with shields in melee other than hitting those shields, because his grab it has a pretty pitiful range, and his throws are good, but his grab is usually pretty hard to land. So yeah, side B, it's also good because you see me using aerial side B here. It's arguably better than grounded side B because it pops them up a little bit, and you have a guaranteed combo on a lot of characters. See, I'm messing this up. Again, you should have a guaranteed jab out of that. And depending on how they DI that, you can also follow it into forward air. Or not forward air. Dash attack. Which combos into another aerial. So yeah, if you play melee Ganondorf, the first thing I think you want to focus on is learning how to properly use side B. It's just such a good move. I used it in Brawl a lot too, but it was worse in Brawl. What else? His down B is a lot better in this game. It's particularly useful against characters like Marth, you know, heavy spacing characters who are going to just want to outspace you and throw out aerials, and, you know, Ganon, he can compete with Marth's F-Air, but it is dangerous for him to do so. And Marth's more mobile than him, and he can do 2 F-Airs in one short hop. And usually Ganon will, not usually, but he will often lose when he tries to compete with Marth in the neutral spacing game. So that's when, you know, if you're about this distance from Marth, and he's short hopping, like doing retreating F-airs, that's when you just want to whiz kick him and you'll catch him before he lands. And it's a lot stronger in this game, and it'll net a lot of kills, and it's just has a lot of utility in this game. Yeah. I probably expanded. I'm surprised you're able to shield. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so down B is the truth. If you guys didn't already know, you can reverse it, and you can also edge cancel it. Edge canceling it is fun, and you can catch a lot of opponents trying to punish your down B or whatever, but it's worth noting that it is very vulnerable. Like, they can just throw out a hitbox where you're trying to cancel the down B, and it'll hit you. Like, the hitbox disappears once you hit the edge, and if they're right by you, you usually don't want to do that, but it is pretty intimidating, and you can do it as a mix-up sometimes. Alright. When you're stuck on a platform above somebody, I'd say the best option would be platform drop, neutral air. Maybe platform drop, down air if you can do that. That's pretty technically demanding though. Realistic option, platform drop, neutral air is pretty good. Up air, you can jump, just jump and do another, and wave land on another platform. His wave land's really good. I'll go to a stage with some platforms here. I like Battlefield. Oh shit, why did I do that? Yeah, in both Melee and in this game, it's very easy for Ganon to wave land onto platforms. Get over here. Wave land onto platforms by holding straight to the side, so you get like the maximum wave land. The easiest method to do this is to jump backwards, so he does this backflip, like you see here. And when his body is completely horizontal, that's when you want to wave land backwards, holding directly to the side. And he's going to do a really nice little, a nice big wave land. And you can do kind of shit. So if someone's below you right now and they're, so go ahead and drop below me. Oh, I need to see. So a good thing to do is just jump to another platform. Ganon is pretty bad when characters are below him. You can. There's a pretty good option. There's a platform drop, neutral air. Yeah. Even that, like, his neutral air is pretty good, but it's still not great coverage. Yeah, like if they're right below you, the best bet is really just jump somewhere else. And you can just do a little like platform cancel shit here. So yeah, my answer would be just pray you don't get hit. Really, that's what Ganon does a lot.
What about like inheriting downward?
Yes, the stanky leg. Yes. Yeah, it's a good edge guarding. It's a safe edge guarding option. It does hit them pretty low, but the knockback is reduced quite a bit from the medium height one. Even if you do hit your opponent, a lot of times it won't kill. It'll just put them back in the same situation that they just were. You know, it's a good option, but you know, in this game, the tip man still works on stage and off stage. You know, yeah, probably is worse due to the volume of good recoveries, but it still does work against quite a few characters quite often. Another thing I like to do, I don't see a lot of Ganons do, just like if they're recovering, like this way, over here. I like to just kind of go down, drop with them, and just up air them, and preferably not die. Like, or I'll just I'll get you to like some decent damage here. Go ahead and just drop down with them and up air them. It's pretty good. It can be kind of dangerous, but another thing, this was really good in Brawl. If it's a character with not great recovery, like Ganon, oh shit. Alright, so you know, just drop down and up air. It is a tip, man, yeah. That's a pretty good option. Alright, how to deal with a stage with very few platforms like FD or Green Hill. It is tough for Ganon. I don't like those stages. Yeah, like, it's important when you plan those stages to have a good waveland game. You know, you can full hop forward air and waveland out of it. Shit. Yeah. And I don't use neutral air as much as I should, but our arguably better Ganon player, Artie, I think we're pretty close, but we're definitely different. We have different strengths. Artie loves his neutral air. You know, it auto cancels really early, and it combos into stuff. The coverage is kind of janky, but it does work. Like, the weak hit is really weak, and it just kind of doesn't really do anything, but it's still good. It's still threatening, and you're gonna you can use a lot of it in general if you're so inclined. It's good on FD. On FD, I tend to use a lot of Wizard Kick, because a lot of characters who pick that stage, like for example Marth loves to take the characters to that stage. Just try to stuff their spacing with Wizard's Kick. Naturally, it's pretty dangerous if you're being predictable, but yeah, on FD it turns into more of a melee game, like a melee spacing game. Just try to outspace them. You pretty much just gotta outplay them on those stages. Right now, Ganon does not have a very good way of dealing with projectiles. In this game, he has kind of a godsend in dash attack. Dash attack goes through a lot of projectiles, and same with Wizard's Kick. They both, like for example, if you have, I'm trying to think, not Lucas. Lucas will beat Ganon's stuff, but like a lot of some of Link's projectiles. I think Ganon's down B beats Boomerang. I think it might beat arrows too. You know, Pit's arrows, Fireball, Mario's Fireball. On a lot of areas of the dash attack and the down B, it will just flat out beat these projectiles. On some, like, on the very end, I think it usually clanks, and Ganon just stops in his tracks. I think at the very beginning, it doesn't beat it at all, and Ganon loses. You just need to time it well. You want to naturally be as close to your opponent as possible when you try to beat out a projectile with dash attack or Wizard's Kick, because if you try to beat out a projectile at like this range and you try to dash attack it, you're going to end your move right in front of your opponent, and they're just going to punish you. So yeah, like the objective should be to hit your opponent through your, you want to hit your opponent through their projectile. Like, you should be dash attacking to hit the opponent, and just, as a side effect, have it beat out the projectile. But yeah, as it stands, Ganon, it's very difficult for Ganon to deal with projectiles. I can't say much, but the PM may or may not be trying to solve this problem right now, and they may have a pretty good solution. So just keep tuned. Ganon may become more enjoyable to play against those characters soon. So that's probably all I'm at liberty to say. Ganon is very fun. He's just so many people just have a secondary Ganon because he's just an all-around fun character. Let's see, General Trixies. Oh my god. Just, if you're gonna edge cancel, don't do it like I was doing against Kirk Q at UFG. Oh my god, that was the worst. Yeah, and I did end up getting it at the end of the match too. On the ledge, a lot of people don't expect this, but on the ledge, you can ledge hop and just hold the control stick to the side and waveland, and he does this nice, quick little waveland forward. Yeah, and most people don't expect it, and usually they'll like space an aerial into your shield, but it'll be really poorly spaced, and you can shield grab them. That's really useful. It's important with Ganon to know how to full hop double aerial. It makes him more threatening. That's good too. His up tilt's also different. It's not that useful if your opponent knows how to sweet spot the edge. If you can like intimidate them to like go to the stage, it does a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm not sure it actually reaches below the ledge, but probably like right at, you can see his foot. I think that's pretty much where it ends. Maybe a tiny bit below that. But yeah. Out of down air, you can down air him, and he's too high percentage now. I guess I should probably talk about his side B more as it concerns Ganon's sides. Ganon's side is such a good option. Like in Brawl, it just sent them straight down. In this game, you just kind of go forward with them and plummet down. And when they're over here, they're gonna get so nervous because how far to the ledge does it have to be to work? It depends on how high you jump with Ganon. So okay, so I'm gonna do a little jump. This is how far I'll take you with a little jump. It won't kill you, but if you're at the same distance and I go from here, you're gone. So I jumped a little higher, and all it takes is a little more, and you will just Ganon inside them from pretty far away. Like, and if they're on a platform up here, like I can, even if you're like right here on the platform, I can probably get inside you from here. It's really far. Like, yeah, it all depends on your Ganon's height. That's a great way to turn a match around or really solidify a lead if you have high percentage.
I see your button already. Are you doing that stuff? It is like C.
Yeah, Artie loves doing it on the platforms. Like, if your opponent's on a platform and you're below them right here, yeah, like if there's like this complex where if you're on this platform and Ganon's below you, you don't want to get hit by an aerial with him naturally. You don't want to get F-aired, you don't want to get up-aired, you don't want to get down-aired. But that really helps Ganon because he can jump straight at you like he's doing an aerial. It's not even like a conventional grab mix-up where you wait a bit and then do it. He could just jump at you and then side B, and you cannot react to it. Yeah, naturally you need to be careful and not kill yourself. That's pretty self-explanatory, but like this is right here. This is the most effective place to pressure your opponent with side B mix-ups, because when you're below them and they're on a platform, they're gonna want to shield. They're gonna stay in their shield for the life of them, and you want to use that to your advantage and just. Ganon has the easiest Dacus in the game, I believe. At I believe it's 4-frame window. It's also worth mentioning that out of side B, aerial side B, depending on their DI, and we're a bit too high percentage here. Oh, sorry. You can combo into Dacus out of jab if they DI it, not away from you. Even sometimes if it is away from you. Ganon's Dacus is a great move in that it has deceptively low ending lag. So I'm gonna Dacus your shield, try to punish me. Oh shit, like. If I could actually Dacus. Like, a lot of shield push, and even if I whiff it, fuck. Like, it's really hard to punish Ganon out of that, so. It was like that in Brawl too. It's a lot of IASA frames, interruptible frames. Yes, interruptible as soon as available frames. Oh, side B's also good on the ledge right here. If they're spacing aerials, like right here, you know. Yeah. You can just grab them real quick. You naturally don't want to be predictable with it, but it's a good little option if you use it sparingly. Let's see what else. Moonwalk's fun. They call this the fraud walk because it's so easy to do. Oh yeah, I should probably show this. Here, go ahead and go on the ledge or on the platform. A great way to pressure them after you land a side B when they're on the platform is to drop off the platform and just wait to see what they do. They're going to want to shield again. But if they don't shield, they're going to get back here like that. So they're going to want to shield. And you can just keep on side B'ing them, really. Like, they can't just stay on the ledge like that. I kind of position myself poorly for that. But if you do it the right way, Artie loves doing that too. You can just... yeah. And if you want to, at any time during that, you can aim it high and just scan inside them. Let's see what else. I believe his down tilt is better in this game. I've been using it more and more. Nice little spacing move, and it combos very easily. Oops. It combos into F air. Like, it is a little difficult to space. Oops. See, I'm kind of bad with down tilt. It combos it like up to like 80%, or maybe higher if they have bad DI. For those who only have played melee Ganon, you're going to want to learn to utilize the little hitbox at the end of your up B. it takes a little while to kind of figure out how to interrupt their edge guards, but you kind of want to do what I just did and just have the punch be right above the edge, but you still want to grab the edge like that. That was a good one. It does extend pretty far. The downside to this is if your opponent knows you're trying to do this and you're sticking your arm above the stage, they can hit your arm and they'll just edge guard you really easily. Like Marth, you don't really want to do that against Marth. You just want to sweet spot it regularly like that. See, I probably would have gotten a hit out of that one. Yeah, like that's a good one. Oh man, I'm losing my voice. Oh, I can't even imagine. Yeah, again, I can't really give much away, but I don't know. I actually probably shouldn't say it. Expect some good things with Ganon in the future from the PMBR. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, that should be it. So, thanks for everyone who's watching right now. Are there any more questions? I might want to see if there are any questions. Does it automatically delete those links?
Yeah, I changed it like that because we were getting a lot of porns, man.
Nice. See, I mean, if a boring match comes up, why not just click a porn link, you know?
Yeah, right? It's almost...
Yeah. Watch someone else play some Smash Bros. What's it like to be a cool dude? It's tiring, really.
I don't know if I want
to. It's fun. Ganon's pretty good at it. Ganon can even do it if you're quick enough. You can do the little hack stash. Yeah, I think I just did it. But I saw somewhere that you can do it and keep invincibility. Yeah.
Somebody asked tips for recovering against Mario's cape.
Against Mario's cape, I really don't get caped very often with Ganon. Just he can cape you. Like I said earlier, you can cape. Or I mean, if you're trying to recover so that your hitbox, so that your up B hitbox hits the opponent to interrupt their edge guard, Mario can cape that. So you really want to curb that against Mario. You don't really want to do that. You just want to try to sweet spot the ledge. Against Mario, you can usually avoid the cape just by the virtue of the space that you're allowed, by also being able to recover with side B. It's more of just like something you learn from recovering hundreds or even thousands of times probably. Just like you kind of know where Mario is gonna cape you, and you like, unless Mario really goes hard and really goes out there for the cape, like he doesn't want to go too hard because it is laggy for him, and if he misspaces it, you can just punch him in the face or up air him. So yeah, like I don't remember the last time I was caped by Mario in PM, except for when he's right here and I tried to hit him with the up B punch, and he kind of knew it and he just caped my fist. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, you just want to avoid doing that against Mario, and like kind of just keep your space from him, and just know when to side B as opposed to up B. With up B, you can recover more close to the stage and kind of ride up the wall, or you can recover far from the stage and kind of use like the little arc. Like, so you're right here. You can kind of see how Ganon's still pretty far from the stage. Yeah. yeah, like see how far I was just away from the stage? Or you can just go straight to the edge. Or you can... Oh, I'm dead. Or you can kind of ride up the wall a bit. You know, Ganon... It's a bit deceptive, the range Ganon can have with that. So yeah, that's about all I have to say on that. Alright. Yeah, of course. Thanks for listening, guys. Alright, now we're going to have our